Hello friends, let me know if you can hear me well. I have decided to sit outside and talk today. So let me know if you guys can hear me all. It's beautiful out here today, birds are chirping and feels amazing. Hello Sonal, hello Nidhi. I know a lot of you have been waiting for this moment, and many of you wanted to know my routine, and I decided to do this video all of a sudden, so I sincerely apologize for that. But since I had a little time slot today while I was working, I thought let me just go ahead and talk with you all today. Hello Komal, and hello Nilin. So I can see many people have already joined, and I'm just going to wait for a couple of more minutes. So let's give all other people an opportunity to join, so they can also benefit as much as we do, all. Hello Swati. Okay, someone is asking what are we going to see. As I have been mentioning earlier that I'm going to do a live session on question answers and my routine and all that. So basically I'm just going to talk about my diet routine, my like exercise routine and all that. So, and many of you showed interest in knowing about some hair care. Oh my god, that's, I don't know if that sound is going to be there for long. Um, do you guys want me to move inside the house or you want to stay here? Hi Komal, I'm your big fan. Thank you so much. Love you. Hina. Hi Hina. Kundan. Can you guys hear me well or you just hear the sound from the one of the machine is running really loud? So I'm just going to go ahead and move inside my house. So uh, let's go inside the house so you get a little tour of my house as well. I didn't expect this. So this is what you expect when you want to go live, right? And that's the reason I'm not so much comfortable doing live sessions. Okay, but let's go inside. Video live. Okay, my mother-in-law is cooking here. Let me show you. She's making Dani. It's a sorghum, popped sorghum. My son's favorite. Hi Mina, how are you? Hi Jaimini, how are you? Let me grab some of my stuff from here. This is a must-eat item every day, by the way. So my house is basically mess everywhere. Oh my god, oh, feels good now. Okay, so I'll have to clean up all the stuff. You see a lot of mess here. So I have to do all this in order to go live, right? So now let's see, where should I sit? Excuse me. So let's see. Oh, that looks wonderful. Sorry about all this, friends. So now probably I can talk. Can you hear me now? Oh my goodness. All right, friends. That's my closet. it's thinking like, when should I open up, because it's almost ready to open up and all the clothes will fall off. So that's how bad the situation is inside my house right now. Okay, hello everyone, and this is Bhavna from Bhavna's Kitchen. I promised a lot of you that I'll be talking about my routine, my diet routine. Honestly, I do not follow any strict diet, but exercise and all that. So what do I do to keep myself a little fit? So I was thinking that I will let you know, guys, but I just decided all of a sudden that I want to badly talk with you all today, and I was in a mood of talking with you all today anyway. So I thought that let's just go ahead and do the session today. So now the phone rings, right? So okay, I think I'm not prepared for the live today. So I have made few notes. I actually made all these notes like way earlier. Okay, let me just go ahead and attend that phone. Hello friends, do you just want to continue with this session, or should I just open up the new session? Just let me know and we can start, because now we have a good amount of people. Or maybe just I can cut, those who missed the video can watch later, so I will just cut the beginning part. Okay, so let's start. Sonal, Sony, from which city? Okay, so well, I live in Florida, and I live in a small town. Okay, finally I'm back. This is Charu. Hi, Charu. Okay, so let's start now. Hopefully there is no interruption anymore. Okay, so this is Bhavna, obviously from Bhavna's Kitchen, and many days ago when I posted saying that I'm going to talk about my diet routine, my exercise routine, and give you some tips and tricks on how to stay fit, active. Honestly, I do not follow any strict diet, but I do focus on my overall health. When I say overall health, means that I try to include all kinds of fresh vegetables, lentils, and nuts. Nuts are my favorite actually. So when I was coming on the way, I showed you the almonds and all that, right? Any kind of nuts, they're good. Pistachio here. Yeah, so I love to eat all kinds of nuts. I throw them on my salads, in on top of my yogurt, on my oats, in my shakes. So there are several ways to incorporate nuts in your diet, and I have made few notes, and I have been actually making notes. What I normally prefer is like sit down and eat. I do even a lot of my chores by sitting down on the floor. um, Trust me, it helps a lot. I mean, ever since I left India, I kind of got into habit where I was just using chair most of the time to sit down and work. But slowly I realized that the best way to keep you fit actually is to sit down and eat, and just try to finish many of your chores even by sitting down on the floor when possible. It's not necessary that all the time, but um, try your best to sit down and do some of the chores, and chew your food really well. Trust me, it releases lots of flavors, that intense flavor, and you enjoy your food really good if you chew your food properly. Your body needs to work less to digest if you chew properly. I was thinking, like, how much we abuse our body by dumping like a lot of things and a lot of food, and our body has to just keep on working for that, right? So our body actually needs very little amount of food, and the food that we eat also should be chewed properly. So I have a habit of eating like in a portions. Like my portion is very small anytime I eat, whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks even. So I always try to eat variety of food, and at certain intervals, and try to portion. And sometimes it feels like that, okay, oh, I love this food and I want to eat badly. I do not stop myself. Honestly, if I feel like eating donut, I eat a donut. If I feel like eating frozen yogurt, I eat frozen yogurt. Those are my weakness, actually, if you don't know. Donut and frozen yogurt. So don't torture your body saying that, oh, you can't have this. Of course, I'm going to say my body, I don't need to eat meat because I'm a vegetarian. And now don't tell me why am I vegetarian. I was born vegetarian, so I'm going to die vegetarian. So and so that's period. So don't ask me a question on me being vegetarian. uh, so there are some other notes that I have made. No gadgets or distractions while eating. I even don't like to talk much when I eat. Honestly, when some other people are talking too much and doing so many activities around, it just bothers me a lot. So I had to just come up with my own thing that, okay, well, I can't control other people, but I'm going to control myself. So when I'm eating, I prefer not to talk. I prefer not to have any gadgets. I know I have to work a lot whole day in front of screen, and you can imagine, like, I do all the work on my own. Anything related to Bhavna's Kitchen, all the websites, anything. So screen time is actually extensive in my case. And I sit in front of my laptop, like almost a few hours a day. So the remaining time, I want to stay calm. I want to give myself some time. I go in my garden. I do some at least something, in my garden even. It's good that I have a passion for gardening as well. I just simply love to spend as much time as I can in my garden. So that's why I thought of doing even the live today outside, because it's one of my like favorite moment, that whenever I feel like overwhelmed, tired, garden is something that can calm me down easily. So yeah, so no gadget distractions while eating, that's the key. And um, include handful of nuts. I already said that in your daily diet. For example, almond and walnuts in the morning, or like peanuts and cashews in the afternoon. By the way, I throw peanuts in almost my many chat recipes. Chats are basically kind of Indian salad, but it's very chatpata, very tasty. I'm sure chat is very globally known by this time, so I'm not going to explain more about it. Chat is one of my favorite. I can eat almost every day. Just like people can eat sandwich every day, I can eat chats every day. So because chat is something where you can throw anything you want, like all you have to have is some chutneys, which I always prepare in a bulk and refrigerate or freeze, so I can make chats anytime. In my case, the only thing matter is the taste. I know that that should not be my priority, but I can eat those food easily if I season my food very well, because that's how I grew up eating all those kind of food. So again, as I said, don't torture your body. If your body says you need spicy food, eat spicy food. Spicy food is good for life anyway. So yeah. Another thing is eat greens when they are in season. When I say greens, meaning like many types of vegetables, leafy vegetables, even like spinach, kale. Spinach is one of my favorite, and I pair up with lentils. Lentils and spinach goes really well. So you can prepare curry. You can prepare even salad, like cook your lentils until they are still like a soft but still like kind of a grainy, and just to saute your spinach slightly and then add in your lentils. So soup is super duper easy. So you can make even spinach and lentil soup. So that's my favorite combination. And then includes like a whole millets, like a ragi, or like quinoa, um, as much as you can, like not in a flour form of flour, but whole. um, you can eat even flours, because I do eat flours. Even I do rely on a lot of breads, right? So I do eat even flour, but then as the health organizations always promote, like eat your grains, like whole grains and all that, which is very true, because the less they are processed, more nutrients they are. So that's the reason it is recommended to eat them whole as much as you can. um, Sometimes we all know all this, but it's really hard for us to put it in practice. But trust me, it is not that hard. um, I have made Greek salad. Anjana, oh nice. Hi Nisha. So I'm so glad that a lot of you are watching me for in this episode, and trying to I'm sure, as I said, like we sometimes know all these things, but then sometimes we can't just practice those rules, right? And so that's the reason I wanted to talk with you all, that it's not that hard. It's just that you have to get into that habit, and getting into habit is not even that hard. So one thing at a time. Don't just torture yourself for several things at once. Just go for like one thing at a time, and that will keep you motivated, and that will encourage you to move forward to the next step. So yeah, so include whole grains in your diet. um, don't forget ghee. I know, like there's a debate between whether ghee is healthy or unhealthy, and honestly I don't want to say that it's healthy or unhealthy, but in my family we've been eating ghee for like it's like from our forefathers, grandfather, I don't know, ancestors, I could say that. And so I have kept mostly my family diet the way I grew up, eating dal chawal, roti, ghee, and I still eat all those almost like a couple of times a week, if not for the whole week, but at least like 3 to 4 times, I could say that, not just a couple of times. And I don't regret eating all those things, because I'm pretty active as well. Like throughout the day I have a lot of things to do. um, though I said earlier that I spend a lot of my time in front of screen, but still I try to stay as much active as I can, and I do get up often from my chair while I'm working even. There are a few days when I just get so much, I get lost into my work so much, but as soon as I realize that, okay, I need to get up now and give myself a break, I just get up immediately and then start focusing on something else. By the way, in my case, it's something like this. When I'm focusing on my work, I focus on my work. But when I go out of my room, I just forget what I was doing in my room, because if I just keep on thinking the same thing, I'm not allowing myself for other creativity that is, happening around me. There are a lot of things around us, which it's amazing if you just can get into habit of enjoying, all those creativities, moments and all that. So the little thing will, keep you in a good mood, and anything that you are looking forward in your life, whether happiness, joy, so I honestly believe that no matter what kind of work you have, no, it doesn't matter what kind of day you had, um, take some time out for yourself, and definitely it helps a lot. I benefit a lot just by focusing on myself sometimes, because if I'm doing good, then I can just help others. Let's just put it this way: if you are not doing good, it's just almost nearly impossible to help others. So I focus on my health first so that I can help others. Um, and then yeah, it's like came to the same thing. Oh, before that, I want to talk that 30 minutes of workout a day is must. If you right now, if you are in a good health, and if you want to continue with that, be sure to have at least 30 minutes of your time for workout. Now, sometimes workout may take longer than 30 minutes. So, and some people may not have that kind of time. So, in my case, what I normally do, I get warm up and then do some core yoga. Depending on my day, I do core yoga only like 3 to 4 days a week, not every day. Every day I do some stretching, I get warm up and then do some exercise and then cool off. It is very important to cool off after any kind of workout, whether it's like, whether you're, definitely you want to cool down yourself when you perform core yoga or when you do like a hard exercise. So cooling off your calming your body is very very important. You have to get into that mood, or get into that kind of a day, that because you're going to have a long day after that anyway. So making yourself calm or cooling yourself will help you a lot. So when I say that like get warm up, in my case, in order to get warm up, I just start with some stretching, then I jump or walk, go for a walk or jog, and then I come back and perform some practice some core yoga or anything that I'm doing for that day. Now when I want to cool off, I start focusing more on my breathing. Um, Even when I perform any yoga, breathing has to be there. I am still focusing on my breathing, but when I want to cool down, when I want to calm myself, that's where focusing on your breathing is very important. It helps to calm down yourself, like efficiently, I could say that. And sometimes I just get short of words, but hopefully you guys are getting my message, what I'm trying to say. A keto diet, jalpa parma. Okay, honestly, as I said in the beginning, I am not following any strict diet when it comes to food diet. As I said that I'm still following my family diet, whatever I grew up with, I just still follow that. Um, because I am not facing any problem. I never had any issue with the diet that I'm following. So my point is that if you are not having any trouble with your existing diet, why should you think about changing your diet? It is not easy to go from one diet to the other, because your body cannot take drastic changes. And I see people that one day they're following keto, the other day something, the day after something, which is very bad for your body. So honestly, when it comes to diet, there are some rules, I know that, but um, as I mentioned, you know earlier, that do not torture your body. Just start loving your body the way it is. If you start focusing on overall health, trust me, your body will feel good, and you will probably get into the shape that you want. Sometimes it takes time. All these diets, that fat diet, this diet, they may help you temporarily, but that's not the permanent solution. you know it's I'm proud of myself that I never got into this any kind of diet, because if I would have, then I would have just tortured myself, first of all. And if I would not get the result I want, it would make me frustrated as well. So I just kept eating whatever I have been eating. So to be honest, if you are looking for a particular diet, you may want to hire a coach. They are trained for. I am not a nutritionist. I am not a doctor. I am just myself. But because a lot of you ask me a lot of questions all the time, so I just wanted to say how I follow my diet, and what rules I have set up myself. My rules are very simple. As I said, just eat good food, exercise, get good sleep. Those are the key things in my life. I never work at night, though I have a tons of work to do. Trust me, every single day. Sometimes it takes about 2 hours just to respond all the queries, emails, this, that. And slowly I'm just trying to lighten my workload as well, because I think that it's not that good for my health. But it's not that I have less work because I am just doing YouTube stuff and staying home mom. That doesn't mean that I don't have that much work. Actually, 8 to 5 job is better. I would say that, because if you are not doing 8 to 5 job, you are doing actually at least 12 to 14 hours of job staying at home, trust me. So anyway, where we were, yeah, the diet. So that's the reason I do not follow any strict diet. But obviously, as I said, I'm a vegetarian, so I just focus on my good meals of the days. Like breakfast is usually my bakri masala chai. Lunch is always light because everybody in my house work and they don't want to have like heavy lunch, so that they feel sleepy. So we usually have, like as I said, chat is one of my favorite during lunch, or any kind of like khaman, dokla, anything Indian, Mexican, like let's say taco, tostadas, something that requires like good amount of vegetables, some beans, lentils, whatever. So those are the recipes that I love to prepare in the lunch. And but still it has to be a little on light side. Dinner, mostly we have a Gujarati thali meal. Sometimes I prepare elaborate meal, like because I have a growing boys, they love paneer, they love chole, pav bhaji. So those are the dinner most of the days that we have. And again, as I welcome all cuisines in my kitchen, so anything that I see that, okay, if not us grown-ups, but if my kids will enjoy international meals like Chinese, Mexican, I prepare those kind of meals during even dinner. but again it has to have vegetables, beans, lentils, something like that in that recipe. I sneak in a lot of almond flour in my boys' cookies, brownies, and all those kind of sweet treats, so that because my boys do not want to eat nuts, they only eat peanuts. So that's their favorite. So peanuts I don't have to sneak in anything, but then I have to sneak in like pistachio, almonds in other cookies and some kind of treats that they love. So I think that keto, like I know somebody asked me about keto, I just forgot who asked somebody, but keto is like I have seen people using a lot of cream cheese, a lot of butter, um, eggs, and some other things, but to me personally, plant-based diet is good. I am a vegetarian, actually I'm a lacto-vegetarian, meaning that I do consume dairy, but I limit my dairy intakes. The more probably I eat is yogurt, and yogurt has good bacteria, so it's not that bad for your health, even though if you want to just follow vegetarian diet. A lot of people say that okay, being vegetarian is like full of carb. Well, that's not true, because I personally think that the carbs that I am eating is a good carb. It's not a bad carb. So as long as you are eating good carb, I know you need to know which one is a good carb and which one is a bad carb. So there are a lot of resources and a lot of things happening around the world every single day, every moment, and then that just you are so tempted to change your mind according to whatever you see and all that. Just calm down. I just sometimes feel like that, um, in today's world, digital world, a lot of things. Sometimes I feel bad when I see videos like, oh, the other day, honestly, let me talk about one of the incident that happened. So a lot of people say that, oh, your videos are very good, but you don't get more views. But I really don't care about if my video gets more or less views. What I'm focusing on is that people who are interested in only, they will watch video. Not all and everybody is going to watch my video. I just have to understand that. Those that who are going to prepare maybe recipe today chat, well, they will watch my video. So it's not necessary that because my videos are not getting good views, meaning that it's people are not liking it or something. It's not their thing. It's not like they don't want to probably cook those kind of things. They have a totally different diet, they have totally different food. So it's okay, and I really don't think that I should be just focusing on views or something like that. I am focusing on just showing what I cook for my family and what is good for almost everybody, I could say. If you have some diet restrictions, of course you follow what your doctor says. But then so I was talking with my boys, and so I said, like a lot of my followers say that I'm not getting enough view, though my videos are good. So then my younger son said, you know what he said? That's so funny. Uh, he goes, people like to watch crappy video. And I'm like, what did you just say? And he goes, people like to watch crappy videos. I'm like, I think that's very true. If the video is crappy, it will be watched for sure, trust me. And the videos that are like giving you some right information, giving you some good information, people always try to find faults and things like that. And crappy videos get really popular, almost they go viral, trust me. And there's nothing wrong, I'm not just against anything. It's just that I'm just saying that sometimes we need to calm down. It's specifically for the diet, I'm just talking about diet right now, right? So we just need to calm down and think what my body is able to tolerate. because again, no torturing whatsoever to your body. So we need to come sit down and think, plan. A lot of people ask me, how do I manage to feed food almost every day, 3 times a day. I have made a list of recipes that I prepare. I shop accordingly. I have a list of recipes even that all 6 family members like in my home. So the day I feel like I don't want to prepare a lot of variety of food, I just go ahead and prepare that one single meal that everyone enjoys in my family. Those are the meals that like pav bhaji, chole, paneer. If I make paneer, I always make dal fry. Dal fry is one of my favorite. So I make sure that I prepare dal fry. So those who don't want to eat paneer, my boys love paneer, but we grown up are getting little less interested in paneer. So I make dal fry for that day. So just to come up with the ideas, I need to see what time is it. And okay, we still have a couple of maybe 5-6 minutes more. So just eat those kind of or make those kind of list. I have a list of what my boys like. For Drew, one side for Drew, my son's name, elder one Drew, younger one Akash. So on one side I have Drew's list, on one side I have Akash's list, what they like, and stuff like that. When you have a list, it makes a lot more easier. And of course you may want to prepare a few things ahead of time. Now in America, it's like you cannot make everything from scratch. Of course, if you are a stay home, and if you are just serving your family, and which is very good actually. I personally believe that there has to be at least one family member staying at home taking care of a lot of things for the whole family. And I don't see anything wrong in that. That's how I grew up in my family anyway. So if you have if you are one of those, if you have some time, of course you can make everything fresh. But even myself, I prefer to make a lot of things fresh, but I'm not in the mood of preparing fresh meal every day. So I keep a lot of things ready, especially chutneys. I boil beans in a bulk. Yeah, lentils I usually prefer to cook fresh. I don't like the make ahead lentils and all that. But I prefer to boil beans in a bulk and then keep in the freezer or refrigerator. So the few things we have to keep ready so that we can serve food to our family, so even when we don't have enough time in the kitchen. So those are the few things that you can always come up with. Keep non-essential screen time to a minimum. Like I just mentioned that just earlier, that these days we are just so tempted. It's called FOMO, fear of missing out. There are a lot of information coming every second, right? So we don't want to miss those information, and we just keep on looking at the screen for no reason sometimes. um, so I experience and that those things don't help. It just keeps your mind so engaged with some things that probably you should not be even looking at. um, Please let me talk how to start yoga. Actually, you can watch a lot of my videos that I have shared already on this channel, Bhavna's Kitchen and Living. You can watch my yoga routine, you can watch my everyday routine. I have shared a few videos on my yoga routine even. So please guys, do watch those videos. I'm going to probably include all the links under this video description once I'm done with the live. So please do check out the video description for all other links to the videos that I have shared in the past. I still follow the same yoga routine. It's been almost several years, and I started yoga when I was actually 14, and there was a time when I was not able to practice yoga almost 5 to 6 years. Once when I got married and I came to Canada, the things were so different when I came to Canada. You know, the life got uh, filled with a lot of struggles and all that. So that was a time when I almost got depressed. I was actually taking even depression medicines. So I was relying on, almost like the things, and I was not seeing anything ahead of me, just darkness. That's the kind of life I came out from, and that's with my inner power, or whatever I could say. It is that yoga helped me to got out of all those things. I got pregnant. I got Dhruv and Akash, and after that, I thought that okay, I need to get back to my what I am. And sometimes it takes a lot of courage, a lot of thoughts, and a lot of time actually that you have to give yourself. So, where to start yoga? That's a very good question actually. Um, there are a lot of sessions you can watch online these days. There are some special programs even online. Um, so yoga for beginner, where you can start. Actually, I have also shared, but since I'm not a yoga instructor, or I'm not a certified yoga instructor, I just practice for myself. So I don't call myself a professional, so I recommend that you watch some of the professional videos where they show you yoga for beginners and stuff like that. And Trust me, even your very first yoga session will give you that sense that okay, this is something that I should be doing every single day. Yoga is something that if you don't do it right, it's harmful to your body. Okay, let's put it just this way. So if you want to practice yoga, make sure that you know all about it. You don't have to know everything about it in the beginning when you are just practicing very kind of a basic. When you want to perform core yoga, however, it is very important that you know what you're doing. So, and that's where you may want to go to some classes and stuff like that, where the instructor have enough knowledge about it. I just recommend that watch those yoga for beginners. I'm sure there are a lot of sessions on YouTube even as, so you can watch those and encourage yourself, and start with a very basic. When I say start with your breathing, actually, and when you start with the breathing, actually you will feel that you will feel so good, trust me. And also meditation is something that is not going to harm you in any way. Meditation is something that you allow yourself to welcome all the thoughts that come in your mind. Do not stop any kind of thinking, just let it come to your mind, and you focus on your breathing. So that's there is some kind of power in meditation, trust me. So yeah, if not yoga, start with the meditation. So those are the few things that you can start doing. um, to me personally, yoga makes me like look and feel incredible. Just one word, incredible, right? So I always encourage others to do the same. Even I got my husband even into doing this, because he actually stays pretty busy, so with his kind of routine it was very hard. But then he joined gym, and then I said, even if you join gym, I think you need to focus on meditation and some little, at least yoga and stuff like that. Pilates, those are the things that are very good, and will benefit for sure. It they These kind of things, benefits if you stay consistent with it. And you don't have to take out a lot of time. At least if you have 15 minutes, work out like according to your time. So those are the few things that you can focus on. And as I said earlier, that I focus on my overall health, so I honestly haven't not a restricted diet, I could say, but as I said, I focus on eating lots of vegetables, lentils, beans, nuts, and those kind of things. So you see me making a lot of food, and those are the food that I make for my family. It's not something that I prepare just to show off or something. But the recipes, any video that you have seen on my channel, those are the food that I prepare for my family. And that's the reason, when people say I don't get so much of views, it's because that I don't have that kind of thing that I make just to show off. It's not fancy. It's like kind of a simplicity there. I just want to keep it simple, so that people can enjoy. I have seen videos where things look so colorful, things look so different, so fancy, but then the question is, how do I eat that? It's not that I do not watch other people's video. I do watch them, but then sometimes, to me personally, it's like, oh, that looks so good, but wait, how do I eat it? Right? So I prefer to make simple meal. It doesn't have to be fancy, elaborate. I mean, elaborate, yeah, there is. When I prepare like a Gujarati thali, it has like all kinds of sabjis, curry, chawal, dal, roti, paratha, puri, all those stuff. It's yummy, right? So, um, so those are the meals that probably require more time. But then you have to minimize it. When I say minimize it, meaning that for one day just prepare dal roti, simple, right? Or dal chawal, two things. You can cook those two things at once. Actually, I have shown that, right? So please do watch those videos how you can cook multiple recipes at once, and save a lot of time in the kitchen. So no excuse for not to cook healthy food, right? That's what I focus on. Now, coming to hair. Okay, so a lot of you have been asking me what do I do for my hair. I know I should have probably talked about this in the beginning, that okay, I'm going to cover about health as well, I mean hair as well. um, I honestly do not have time to take care of my hair. So if I don't have time to take care of my hair, then how am I getting this good hair? Like, I just cut my hair in a beginning of this year, and they have grown. Now I had like cut until my shoulder, and now they are like grown up again quite good. Which is good. Okay, so since we are talking about hair, let's keep it in the front. Okay, so as I said, there is nothing special. If you are following low protein diet, I mean, if you are on extremely low protein diet, that's where hair starts falling. Now, this is not the only reason. There could be any reason: your stress level, your lifestyle, any treatments if you are going through. Especially cancer people tend to lose hair. So the reasons are many. So I recommend to focus on your eating habits. So when it comes to like again with the hair, like pairing up your lentils with spinach, which is really good, works like a wonder, trust me. Good sleep is very important. It's my habit to, like, throughout the day, I do the headstand. Headstand is not something that everybody can do. um, since I personally think that we walk on our feet almost like all day, so our brain is not getting flow of blood. So to circulate good blood in your head, you have to go upside down. Now there are several ways to go upside down, right? There's not just one way, like headstand or elbow stand or whatever, which is like a hardcore yoga, asanas. If you cannot do all those things, there you can just lay down on your bed and then keep your head like this way. So as much as you can. I'm just showing just the example, like so get your head down, basically, very simple. So anyhow, you do this and then keep in that position for about as long as you feel comfortable. Do not do like more than like 10 minutes or 20 minutes. 20 minutes is actually too much. So now when I do headstands or elbow stands, I can't really stay in that position for long. I just maybe the 60 seconds is the longest I could say, because then my muscle starts, you know, getting like torn out, and you don't want that to be happen. So but because my body has already got that flow, my head already got that blood flow, I'm good for that, just even 60 seconds. So good blood circulation is very important. So just find out your way. You can just bend down, you know, keep bend down and keep your head you know, as long as you can. That way even your exercise is done, right? But make sure anytime you perform any practice any kind of yoga, um, think about safety first. Safety is first whenever you practice any kind of yoga, asana, exercise even. Because we talking about myself actually, like going for in almost in 40s now, so I mean already in 40, not almost. So it is not easy. Some of the core yoga, I can feel that, I can feel myself that my shoulders are now not able to get that kind of uh, you know, weight of my body. So at certain age you start feeling that, and you should listen to your body. I listen to my body very closely. If it says I'm tired, I don't pretend to be, you know, not to look tired. It's okay, you know, in a lot of my videos, a lot of my viewers tell me I need to go get some rest. It's not that I need to go get some rest, but it's just that um, you know, like I may be tired, but well, I know I don't deny that I'm not tired, but that doesn't mean that I just, you know, get away from all the work that I have to finish for that day. So I just continue doing it, but at my own pace. Say I have to cook something, just take my time, and you know, that day I'm just going a little slow. The remaining days my efficiency is like I'm pumped up because I'm not tired yet. But some of the days, so it is okay to be tired, you know. Let people say that I look tired, it's okay. And I don't mind when people say I look tired or I'm getting tired. I'm tired because I have done enough, right? So just feel proud of yourself that okay, I have done enough and that's why I'm tired. So don't let other people to get yourself like down, you know. To me personally, I do not care what people say. You know, if I start caring about what people say, you might have seen like what kind of comments I get on my YouTube channel, right? So that just good enough to crush my courage, crush my inspiration, anything you name it. It's just good enough to crush all my uh, you know, emotions or anything, I could say that. So just it's not, it doesn't mean that I do not listen to every single thing, but when I feel that okay, this is something I do not need to take, don't take it. So the things that is meant to be for you, just take those things and just ignore other stuff. That's how I am. Okay, so again, like a sleep, very important. I already mentioned that, I think, for your hair. And then eat lots of nuts. There are few ingredients that actually works really well. Coconut oil is really good. I use coconut oil base for preparing hair oil. I have already showed that video. So that's the only thing I can do for myself. So I mostly focus on my food intakes, and that helps me for everything, for my skin, for my hair, anything that I'm looking for. So again, if you are eating your family food, there is nothing wrong. Just don't tell your family that, oh, you taught me eating this food which is not good at all. It's not, trust me. uh, as you can see already that in my family, actually I can see my parents are still very healthy. I know there are some genetics, you know, disease that we get in, you know, inheritance. a few of the disease, right? So that's okay. um, if we have some family history of some kind of disease, we need to work on it. It's not that we can ignore. No, we cannot. So eat food as per your family history. In my case, my parents have diabetes. Both parents have diabetes. So what I normally focus on is that um, it doesn't mean that I do not eat any sweet. Actually, all my siblings already got diabetes. I'm the only one left in my family for getting diabetes, right? Um, so when you have those kind of things, we cannot ignore, obviously. So we need to work on it, and I have been working on that. I am ready, I'm prepared for it, and so I do kind of eat according to what my family history says. Those are the few things if you just keep in mind. Any suggestions for good hair oil? Yes, I have already shared how to make your very own coconut oil blend with other ingredients like curry leaves. If you have some curry leaves is very good for health. Gooseberry, which is known as amla in India, and nuts. Basically, as I said, eat nuts, enough amount of nuts, and trust me, you will see a lot of benefits. um, Avocado is good. Some other I'm thinking, I eat a lot of avocado though, okay. I simply love the buttery texture of avocado, so I eat a lot of avocado. What do I eat almost every day? Yeah, curry leaves is like I have a huge tree in my yard. I have already shown in many of my gardening videos, right? Curry leaves, I eat lots of curry leaves. It keeps your skin glowing, and your hair shiny. Sorry, I think it's time for me to eat. So curry leaves are very good. Some vitamin C, which is like a gooseberry, as I said. Basically, all in one. Just focus on variety of food, and like stock your pantry with a variety of food. And that's the only thing. If you just start working on that, trust me, you will come and tell me, oh Bhavna, that really helps. um, of course, as per your diet restrictions, like if you are suffering from any major disease, and if you are told that okay, you eat this kind of things, then yeah, focus on that. But if you are already healthy, no problems, then just don't look further. Just don't confuse yourself. Just I told it's my request that please, please, please do not confuse yourself with all these things. Though I am exposed to so many things every single day, I'm glad that I have kept up with my own, rules and everything. That oh, the other day I saw this and I just want to follow that. No, it doesn't work that way. So, with all these things, I hope I helped you guys with your questions. Let me see if any questions I can see. If not, then we can just wind up this session. So if you guys have any question, you can ask me now. My throat is hurting now. Okay, I don't see any questions. Are you guys still writing? If not, okay. I ask one question. Geeta, yes, Geeta, go ahead. Can we grow? Okay, someone is asking lemon tree in cold weather. Okay, for growing any kind of plants, trees, there is a season, right? I live in Florida, and for us, I start growing a lot of tree varieties, like a tree when it comes to like growing lemon, lime, pomegranate, whatever it is. Spring is the time, or almost close to spring is the time. We call it in India pilau rainy season. I know not a lot of you will understand that. It's like sprouting season. Spring is like, will help many plants to sprout really well, right? So I start in around end of February or beginning of March. So this year I planted, like I showed in my video earlier, that I planted lime, pomegranate and orange, right? So those are the trees that I planted in about around March. Where were you? I'm from a very small town known as Nagod in near Bardoli in India. So I'm basically a village girl. My journey has been very long from a village girl to what I am today, Bauna's Kitchen. But trust me, it was a great experience for me and for you all, I guess, that have been enjoying, journey with me. Any other questions? Okay, so it looks like we are done. And you can always feel free to email me, or you can always follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, where you can ask any question. You can Gita Malu, I ask, what did you ask? Niru, village girl. Yeah, village girl, we love it. Which vegetables can we combine? The comment goes so quickly, I can't really. I will answer actually again, like once the video is over. Email address baunaskitchen.com@gmail.com. Pretty easy to remember. First is my website, the whole name, baunaskitchen.com@gmail.com. Live in South Florida too, Ashwini. Hey, yeah, we are neighbors. I live in North Florida. Okay, so I think I'm going to wind up this video now, and if time permits, we will stay in touch with another video. Where are you from in India? Again, I already answered. I'm from Bardoli side, very small town known as Nagor. What new things you plan to do for your channel? You just tell me what I should be doing, because if not, then I'll be just cooking. I'm just kidding. I actually like to share like my most, like a gardening, some cooking tips, and if you just tell me what you guys are interested in, then I will probably try to work on that even. um, and we can even start going live every week like this also, so that way it helps us to know more each other. Your recipes are really good. Thank you, Viva. I like your recipes. Alpa, where? Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. You are genius, Samir. Thank you. Oh, don't tell me all these good things. Just tell me something bad also. I'm not that good in every way, right? So I'm fine with it. What's a perfect cup of tea for you? Oh my God, favorite questions. Masala chai. What could be better than that? It just wakes me up like anything right in the morning. Sometimes if I feel tired during the day, if I want to start new fresh for that day, masala chai, or that's best actually. But the next is coffee, a little bit mild coffee, and yeah, so those are the things. You deserve this appreciation, dear. Thank you, Viva. Love your content, Mikhail. Thank you so much. I would love if you post more recipes with quinoa. I have shared so many recipes with quinoa. I'm not sure if you missed some or if you have seen already. Because with quinoa there are a few limitations, right? You can actually throw in a soup, salads, and then prepare some recipes even. Oh, now it's saying my battery is 20% only, so I think I will have to go. So now, so how to boil poached eggs? Oh, eggs, I don't know. Share some recipes for football nights. I have already gathered videos in one of the playlists for your game night. You can watch those videos. I have already shared. It's more than 1200 videos now, guys, on my channel. So there is something for everyone actually. Ashwini, do you visit South Florida? Not at this time because due to pandemic, but yes, I do travel a lot. Thanks, Pauna. Bye, everybody. Okay, yeah, Viva. Bye. All right, guys. Then we will talk again. Thanks for watching this video, and just love you all. Bye. All right, this is again problem. I don't know how to turn off. Are you sure you want to stop streaming?